So I just wanted to come up on the platform this afternoon. Peace, peoples. How everybody doing this good first of the week, Monday. Hope everybody weekend was good. But in most family members, it wasn't good. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? In most families, it wasn't good. So what we gonna do today, y'all, we're gonna do some current events. Remember we used to do current events in school? I think current events was what, every Wednesdays or every Tuesdays or something like that? Whereas though you had to read an article in the newspaper, cut it out and do a report on it, and then bring it to school for current events and share the information with the people. Y'all remember that? Y'all taught us that. Well, now that we got social media, we can still do current events and we can show videos to back us up. You heard? Well, what I wanted to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is about these 5 police officers allegedly beating a man to death of his own kind. I know, this is a little tough topic, right? It's a tough topic because, and like I said, I don't play the race game and shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it's somebody white beating the shit out of one of us or killing one of us, Negroes from all parts of life come out of nowhere. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Marching, protesting, looting, burning up buildings, no respect for them people, neighborhoods that y'all be marching and protesting at, because y'all don't live in those communities. So y'all gonna march and protest and burn down those people buildings and loot their stores when y'all not even from that area. I seen it happen during the George Floyd protests. Man, them jokers was robbing and looting, burning down buildings. They was coming in through the buildings, through the roof. They was fucking up on the rooftop, busting holes in the roof to drop out the ceiling to rob these buildings. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? But today we got these 5 Memphis police officers allegedly, well, they got fired. They got fired. Of what's his name? Tyree Nichols. Tyree Nichols, y'all, was involved in his death from a traffic stop. They said he got a little irrational, you know, which a lot of us do. It depends on what state of mind you in, because if you under alcohol or any type of drugs and you're approached by a police officer, first thing you yell is, what? What's the first thing you yell when you get pulled over? You racial profiling, right? That ain't the case. Then we get into a little exchange of words with the officers. Let me tell y'all something. And someone brought it to my attention. And I'm glad they did bring it to my attention. When you out here disrespecting them police officers, calling them out their names, doing this, doing that, doing too much, you don't know what call that officer just came from. You heard? You don't know what call that officer just came from. It could have been something where a little child got molested, been getting molested over a period of time. And the officers just left that scene, right? And then come to this scene with you, and then you disrespecting him, calling him all types of MFers, this, that, and the third, not knowing this officer just came from a call, whereas though a little kid was being molested or a little kid might have got killed. You don't know what's going on in that officer's mind, y'all. They human just like us, y'all. They have feelings too, y'all. We got to take that into consideration, y'all. We got to stop jumping out the window all the time, thinking because we getting pulled over, it's a race act. You pulling me over because I'm black? First thing the average person say when they get pulled over by a white cop. Oh, you pulling me over because I'm black? Then when you get into a verbal contest with them, then they ask for your license, registration, and insurance. You want to throw a whole fit, especially our females out there. Our ratchet females out there, oh man. The officers can tell you stories about some of our sisters getting pulled over. All types of MFers, kiss my ass, and every cuss word in the book that was created of words you're using to disrespect that officer while he at work. If you not legit, and I tell y'all, in this day and era, you got to make sure you legit. You got license, your car's up to date. You don't got shit in your car laying around. You don't got shit on you when you transporting from one destination to another. You got to make sure you clean, ladies and gentlemen. You got to make sure you clean. I talked about that. But here it is. First thing we want to do is play the race card. All right. And most of them officers will do more for you than another black officer will. Because we got some, let's say it, we keep it 100 over here, right? We got some black officers, right? That'll disrespect the shit out of you. And don't give a damn if y'all the same goddamn race. You know what I'm saying? That's real. That's real. So, all folk ain't kinfolk. You hear me? All folk ain't kinfolk. I had a little situation, you understand, where a female officer was quick to lock me up. My own race, own kind. Quick to throw the handcuffs on me. I ain't get no statement from me of what you was doing, where you just put the cuffs on me, lock me up, y'all. Because someone else said I was the one that initiated the riot. I was the one that initiated the riot. And two females was fighting. So how did I initiate two females fighting, y'all? So if I would have told them same people that I initiated the riot, well, come on, y'all, let's go jump off Commodore Barry Bridge. Would they have jumped off Commodore Barry Bridge with me, ladies and gentlemen? But yeah, I don't want to draw it out, but she put the cuffs on me, and I'm trying to explain to her, like, look, they was fighting one-on-one. I have nothing to do with that. No, because one of the parties said, yeah, okay. So now, they got me in the cuffs. She trying to put me in the back of the car. I'm explaining to her, ma'am, look. Let me, just walk me in my house. I got my son in the house, right? At that time, he like 7. I said, my son in the house by himself. I said, let me, walk me in the house. Let me get my son. My mom live right here. Take him over my mom's spot. You know what I'm saying? And then, take me on over to 90. Oh, no, I ain't doing. I said, ma'am, he in there by himself. He don't even know what's going on right now. No. I said, you know what? It was the captain. At that time, he was in the captain. And I said, excuse me, officer. I said, my son in there, he understood my pain Cause he like, damn, your son in there by himself, and we about to take you over 90. No telling when you getting out. You getting out the next day. Let me, you know what? I got you. Come on. He walked me in the crib, right? Handcuffs, still handcuffs behind my back, right? Disrespect in front of the kid's eye. You know what I mean? In front of the kid's eye. But I understand because he's letting me go back in the house at that point to get my son. So I goes back there, I get my son. Boom. Take my son to my mom. Boom. Then they lock me up. But it goes to show you, our own peoples, and I keep telling y'all this shit, is our worst fucking enemy. I don't give a damn what professional they in. What profession they in. All folk ain't kinfolk that look like you. And that what brings me to this story. But you can ask any police officer about how our sisters talk to y'all, right? And another thing, these police officers been inside your house, sisters, so they know how the fuck you living. They know how y'all living. They leave the community, or when they punch out to go home, they got stories to tell to their wives about how y'all living. Not all y'all, but most of y'all living fucked up. Y'all living foul. Kids running around with just a diaper on. You got one piece of furniture in your house. Dishes all in the fucking sink. Roaches hanging from the ceiling. And like I said, not all my sisters are living like that. But God damn it, most of y'all are. And that brings us to this story here. Right? Sad, man. We are worst fucking enemy, man. And any profession you look, our worst fucking enemy, y'all. Hate each other for no reason. Hate each other for no reason, y'all. But here's the 5 officers here, y'all. Here's the 5 police officers here, y'all. Here he is, right there. That's them right there, y'all. They got fired from the force, right? But my thing is this. And I ain't up here to play the race card. It's this the brother here, y'all, that they killed. Allegedly. Allegedly. Doing a traffic stop. You know what I'm saying? Doing a traffic stop. He was hospitalized after his arrest, and then he never gained conscious. You know, his parents said they couldn't even recognize him when they went up to the hospital. Said he was looking like Rocky Dennis in the face, y'all. Your loved one. This happened on January 8th. This was January 8th, y'all. Why always take 2-3 weeks for us to get the initial story when this happened January 8th? On January 8th, the police department announced officers pulled over a motorist for reckless driving the previous day. As officers approached the driver of the vehicle, a confrontation occurred and the suspect fled the scene on foot. Officials said in a statement posted on social media, officers pursued the suspect and again attempt to take him into custody with another confrontation occurred between the suspect was apprehended, according to police. Afterwards, the suspect complained of having a shortness of breath, at which time an ambulance was called to the scene. The suspect was transported to St. Francis Hospital in critical condition, officials said. The man, identified as Nichols, died a few days later. Details about the injuries Nichols suffered as cause of death have not been released. So this happened January the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. He was driving reckless. Cops spotted him. A foot chase pursued. They apprehended him. He complained about shortness of breath. We always do that. We always do that. We take off running, and then when you get caught, officer, I can't breathe. Please, I can't breathe. Quick to do that shit, man. Now, why would he flee the scene? If you don't have nothing to hide, you're not doing nothing illegal, why would you flee the scene? Knowing George Floyd, knowing Tamir Rice, knowing these things, brothers and sisters, I asked you the question, why would you flee the scene? I know, it's in our DNA, right? We don't want to own up to the mistakes we make in the neighborhoods, in the communities, how much havoc we cause in the community. We don't want to talk about that. That's too much talk. But when you talk about partying and bullshitting and disrespecting each other, that's a go. So maybe the brother ran, because we run, most of us run from the police when we get pulled over, right? Then when we get caught, you can't breathe. First thing you say, of course you can't breathe, because you're out of breath, idiot, from running. And the officers, at that point, everything is out the window. Because you made me run. You made me chase your ass. So now, y'all know what I'm talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we got to stop being out of control in society. Not all of us, but the ones that's out of control in our society, brothers and sisters. We have to educate them, brothers and sisters. We got to educate them, y'all. And that's a fact. Because everyone has a bad day. And you never know what people are going through, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what people are going through. And then here you come with this foolishness. We got to stop that, y'all. We most definitely got to stop that. But like I said, with this other story we're going to talk about, in California, 10 people shot dead and 10 people injured, right? That was a terrorist attack. That was a terrorist attack on his own peoples. Just like we have black on black crime, this was Asian on Asian crime, brothers and sisters. This was Asian on Asian crime. where this man, how old he had to be, but I don't even know how old he was, about 60 something, 60-year-old Asian man, went inside the studio, dance studio, opened fire. A couple people inside the studio tackled him, wrestled the gun out of his hand. He took off and ran, jumped in his van, took off, and executed himself. This was Asian on Asian crime. I talked about this in a few videos before this one. We got black on black crime. We got white on white crime. We got Asian on Asian crime. We got Mexican on Mexican crime. Every race is a crime, ladies and gentlemen, in that race. So don't make it seem that black on black crime is the worstest. And it's not. It's not, brothers and sisters. It's the paper and the news that promote the negativity of the black African American community. Like they was doing in 1898 when they overthrew the government in North Carolina. Well, we're going to get back to that. This Asian idiot, this Asian terrorist, that's what he was. He was a terrorist. Anytime you go inside of a studio and shoot it up and injure and kill 10 people and injure another 10, and some of them people that was injured is in critical condition, that was a terrorist attack. Asian on Asian crime. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. Why is always black on black crime? Let's talk about this Asian on Asian crime that goes on in the community. Too much talk, ain't it? I know.
Our sheriff's SWAT team approached and cleared the van and determined the completed, watched, and planned. Our sheriff's SWAT team approached and cleared the van and determined the suspect sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene.
He should have died. There he is. There he is. Hold up. How old was he, y'all? Let's see how old he was.
Approached and cleared the van and determined the suspect sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say this man, 72-year-old Hu Cam
72 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
leaving 5 men and 5 women dead at the scene and more wounded. Less than 30 minutes later, police say he went to another dance hall where he was disarmed and fled in a white van. Hours later, police pulled him over south of Los Angeles. During the search, several pieces of evidence were found inside the van linking the suspect to both locations at Monterey Park and Alhambra. What was the motive?
So this man shot up one studio and then went to another studio, but they apprehended him, right? Not the police, the peoples. We the peoples apprehended him, took him down, got his gun from him. He managed to get away, run from them. A 72-year-old man. A 72-year-old man eluding folks that took the gun from him. How that happened? How he make it back to his van, jump in his van and take off? He was out of control, ladies and gentlemen. This man was out of control. He was a goddamn terrorist from China or from goddamn Korea or from goddamn Taiwan, wherever you was from. You are a terrorist. And they took your ass out because they knew you was a terrorist. Wasn't no single inflicted gunshot wound. They took your ass out and they deserved to take your ass out for going up in that goddamn studio with them kids and opening fire.
For the shooter, did he have a mental illness? Was he a domestic violence abuser? How did he
But
get
any other
these
race,
guns?
he's a terrorist. He's that. Oh, he a mental. What you say? What you say, ma'am?
And was it? Did he have a
Inside the van, linking the suspect
Did he have a mental illness?
locations.
Did he have
Monterey Park
what?
in Alhambra.
The man was a
What was
terrorist.
the motive for the shooter? Did he have a mental illness? Was he a domestic violence abuser? How did he get these guns? And was it through legal means or not?
Monterey
Ma'am, he was 72 years old. You know that, and I know that now because it's out there. At 72 years old, you ain't expecting a senior citizen to go up inside of a gun store. Well, he been had the guns, ma'am. He's a citizen. That's his right to bear arms. So what you mean where he get the guns from? The man had them. But the question is, what motivated him to go up inside that goddamn studio? 2 of them. So lives were saved in one hand. And in the other hand, lives wasn't. Sad, y'all. But the story of the police officers, did I?
5 officers in connection to his death
Hold on.
have been fired.
There
Now
you
we
go.
wait for the body cam footage.
Our lives will never be the same again. For my baby brother. He did not deserve this.
A civil rights investigation is underway after the death
Nah, he
of
didn't
29-year-old
deserve it.
Tyree Nichols. The Memphis Police Department fired 5 officers in connection with his death. Nichols died at a hospital 3 days after Memphis police arrested him during a traffic stop. Police say they pulled him over for reckless driving earlier this month. Authorities say Nichols was taken to the hospital in critical condition after a confrontation between him and the officers. Details have yet to be released. His family held a service in Memphis earlier this week.
This man walked into a room and everyone loved him. He lit up the room. He was never, this all could have been us. Every single one of us could have been us. Because for them to take out someone so innocent, he was just such a pure soul.
Nichols' godsister says they were like siblings.
I felt it's him like the man that he turned out to be. He was a good man. And he did not deserve it.
His step-grandmother says she was preparing to go to church when she heard the news.
When I got there, I was just overcome with emotion and I wasn't able to go inside. His character was just undeniable. I mean, he was just a fun-loving, happy young man.
Nichols leaves behind a son. Memphis police said in a statement, the egregious nature of this incident is not a reflection of the good work that our officers perform with integrity every day.
You have to ask yourself what warrants this. You know, how could a man or a woman see somebody looking like this and continue to assault them?
The body cam footage is expected to be released next week after the family has had time to review it. The family, along with civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is representing the family, will be holding a press conference on Monday.
Died later.
See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? We got to most definitely do better, but this video is about to end, right? And I'm going to come back and do another video, part 2. You already know about the rat. I want to talk about the insurrection, the origins of the insurrection, January the 6th in 1898, right? We're going to get to that in another video, ladies and gentlemen.
Doctors, teachers, but also black elected officials. And for a time, that was true throughout the state. Take a look at the politicians on this poster of the 1889 North Carolina House of Representatives. Here at the bottom are black Republican representatives, some from Wilmington.
Black Republicans, y'all. We're going to get back to the story, y'all, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, we must do better and stop playing the blame game. And hold yourself accountable of your foolishness. How about that? Let's get to that. Let's get to that. Hold yourself accountable for your foolishness. And stop playing the blame game.